Hello, everyone. This is the Doctor, and in this coaching newsletter, I'll be talking about something profound, something that you don't usually think about. When you think about the events that occur henceforth or vastly backwards, you start to recognize that things are rather linear contextually through temporal awareness. How does that work? Things just repeat. They're copies of itself. Constantly copying every single moment like a camera. But it's not exactly like that. It's more like a wave. A wave that has appearance, that works contextually and very misunderstood in value. It's a node of nodes. It's nodes of nodes, and much more. That's enough for that section. Let's go into the news. I don't know what's going on in the news, but I just have this internal compass that I follow. Things are not that bad. We just need a social reform a little bit. Work with democratic socialism and progressiveness to change the format of how we view politics. But there could be a socialist Republican as well. Different sides of the ends. But on the other hand, a George Washingtonian perspective could absolutely change the diagram of how we perceive the context of the government. But what else is there? But Fox News is basically trying to amp up Trump, amp up J.D. Vance and all those other guys like Elon Musk. And then CNN gives up and kind of complains about them every day. That facilitates a kind of residual effect where it constantly backfires and generates the same occurrence, where it feels like it's just the same day repeating over and over again, the same stuff people are talking about, nothing new. So I'm here to say that we need to change the appearance of politics. Us people ages 21 and up to at least 40 years old need to talk about news in our own way. Give our own inputs on politics through a historical lens. If Trump needs to act like the king, then we need to act like the reverse hierarchy. People on top, government on the bottom, small government. Or maybe we don't have to see it that way. Maybe we don't have to focus on hierarchies. But that's just how it works in this political framework. I remember the day, whatever that news station, RT or something called in Russia, used to be a really good news source, but then it changed. I don't know if it's still a good news source. I remember when the Young Turks used to be good, and then kind of died. If we rely ourselves on just constant coping mechanisms with what our phone produces, or our computer or our television, we don't form coping mechanisms that are necessary. That means we need to create devices that give us more sense of time. I call them placer outcomes. The placer outcomes allows you to put more time and feel as if time is slowing down, and allows a pressured boredom to occur. So you allow the pressured boredom and it increases, and that gives you the chance to talk to people and say what you want to talk about. So do that. On the other hand, this is changing to daily vlog. The daily vlog for the day is I'm getting prepared for a good time tomorrow. with friends and family. And it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And friends are family to me anyways. That's how they work. But it's complicated because the way I choose my friends is not how other people always choose, you know? I have a different perception of that. Watching Doctor Who right now. As the Doctor, I'm watching Doctor Who. Isn't that cool? Watching the 10th iteration, the 10th incarnation. But I'm watching it through a little bit of a different lens. Kind of like a visual reconfiguration, recontextualization of the whole show. It's kind of different. But the show is impungent with pungent recourse. I don't know how to say it. I'm talking in a separate language model. However, I've been spending a lot of time with my friends, probably drinking and smoking a little bit, but have moments where I feel sometimes really depressed, lower than depression. Depression used to be so low, then it falls lower, until you start laughing at life and enjoying it. You just create a sort of positivity around you that you never felt before, and it continues, it propels through that. So your happiness starts to occur more, and you have more fun with that. Now, MEOTV is the structure I'm using for my videos, so you can see an inflammatory experience through the videos. Yeah. And it's good. I want you guys to keep in touch. Henceforth, I don't know if I'm the 11th iteration or the 14th. It's kind of confusing. My timeline's all jumbled up through paradoxes and sorts like that. When I think back in my history, I can't really think the same way I thought before because it feels like time has inflated its sense of direction. But it's just how it works. Days fly by. It feels like you're 2,000 years old and days just fly by. Who knows? Who really knows?